People missing prescriptions, passports, and sensitive information, all because of mail theft. It is a problem that we have been reporting on for months now in Queens. CBS 2's Elle McLogan has been digging into this issue and the response now from the Postal Service.
Neighbors have reached a breaking point on 21st Street in Astoria.
What is going on here? We feel abandoned, we feel unheard, and we feel violated, quite frankly.
The problem? A pair of green USPS relay boxes, postal storage used to lighten the load for mail carriers. Season after season, break-ins here are caught on camera, mail bags seen hoisted into getaway cars.
Well, I'm missing my passport.
I have neighbors up here. He didn't get his insulin.
And they're not alone. Locals from Bayside to Woodside tell us paychecks and driver's licenses have been snatched in transit.
This is Elle McLogan with CBS 2 News calling with an interview request.
The Postal Service declined our attempts to speak for this story, instead telling us by email that it's making strides against theft.
It's a disaster.
Frank Albergo is union president for the Postal Police, a division he calls underutilized. He points to a little piece of metal at the heart of the issue, the arrow key.
Criminals want those arrow keys. So the arrow keys give access to all the mail receptacles in a given zip code.
This universal key is motivating bribery and robbery, police say. A mail carrier assault was reported recently in Woodhaven.
Postal workers who are doing their best are being beaten up for this.
The Postal Service has touted its Project Safe Delivery, rolling out upgrades to some arrow locks, though declining to say which ones.
So there's a latch right here?
The bullet lock is basically an additional locking mechanism that should protect the mail even further.
This here is the lock where the arrow key goes in, but here on top is what could be a second layer of protection. This is a space for what's called a bullet lock, and we found that on green relay boxes across Queens, this space sits empty.
Nothing has been done. The locks haven't been changed. A second lock hasn't been added. There's no official notifications being sent to us at all.
Mail theft victims are growing increasingly desperate as they anticipate the next break-in.
Something has to be done. This is not safe for anybody.
And Elle joins us now here in studio to talk a little bit more about this. Elle, you know, you've been covering this mail theft situation in Queens since last summer, and yet it's not improving. What's going on?
It does not seem to be going away. We continue to hear from viewers who are experiencing this problem, saying their mail is going missing. And we are hearing from neighbors in Astoria who say that they've taken it upon themselves to start their own newsletter to keep each other updated. They feel that's their best bet at this point, is to rely on their own community for updates.
That's got to be so frustrating for them. And now we're hearing that the the Postal Service rather is under federal scrutiny. Tell us more about that.
That's right. There have been a number of audits that have uncovered failures and shortcomings within the Postal Service and their handling of postal mail theft. And now Queens has been flagged as another area of focus for yet another audit by the Office of the Inspector General, which tells us that that report could, you know, come out with any kinds of results. And now our viewers are eager to hear those findings and hope that it could spark some meaningful change.
All right. Well, we know that you'll be on this until the end. Elle, thank you. Appreciate you joining us here in studio. By the way, Queens isn't the only place experiencing this problem. CBS consumer correspondent Usher Qureshi is looking into data that shows mail theft complaints are on the rise nationwide. You can see his full report tomorrow on CBS 2 News at 5 o'clock.